Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again, and I've been going over a few of my old videos. There is like nearly 1,200 to choose from, so I thought I'd revisit. Do you remember the little treasure box we made? It was a square, and when you opened it up, it had 4 steps going in with boxes inside. I did it all with designer series paper and cardstock for the wraparound. This time I'm going to make it all out of cardstock and totally different, so it's going to be called a stepper box tutorial. We've done them before. I call them treasure boxes. I haven't got a picture. I have on the web, if you go and have a look in Stamp with Joy, there's a picture in there, but it's many moons ago. And the lovely Dawn Griffiths did her video on her treasure box after watching my video, which was an honour. So I'm going to revisit the box. We're going to do it all out of cardboard because I want it to be substantial. So the first part is the wrap. This is 11 1/4 by 6, and we're simply going to score this at every 2 1/4 inches. So you're going to score this at 2 1/4, 4 1/2, 6 3/4, and 9. That way we've got 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4. And for this, I'm using the needlepoint nook designer series paper. And I've cut these down to 2 by 5 3/4. And now I'm going to decorate with flowers on the outside, and then the purple on the inside, because our boxes will contrast against that lovely. So we'll do that quickly now. We're going to do each step as it goes along. Oh, my pin was stuck then. Just give it a poke, make sure it's not dried up on me. There we go. Oh no, there's plenty of glue there. So, and then we'll burnish afterwards as well, because it's not going to hinder our paper in any way, shape or form when the glue wants to come out. Come on. Oh, there you go. So concentrate on the edges, and then you can just stick your little panels down. It's easier, I think, than trying to burnish, flap around, all that. Keeping it straight as you can, Gaynor, that would help. Give it a quick burnish, and then we'll turn over and then we'll decorate the other side as well. So I'm making sure I'm touching the corners and then giving a strip all the way down the side, so when I spread it out, it's lovely. And again, just add, give yourself a nice little neat border, top and bottom on each side. Beautiful. And it'll be done before you know it. And I'm keeping the scoreboard here for now, because we're going to be doing the lid and the boxes as well. And it's all done in real time, no speeding up, none of that stuff. I can't bear it. I mean, you have the opportunity to flick fast forward until you see me at the end result. It's your choice, but I'm not speeding things up. And this glue sets beautifully and quick. I haven't got to wait for anything to dry. It basically goes straight off. Beautiful. Last piece this side, and we'll turn over and put the purple. I love this needlepoint nook designer series paper. I think it's absolutely wonderful. Just beautiful. And you could do these in, you know, the oh so sweet papers for kids, and fill each box with a different treat ready for Easter. Just flip this over now, and you can give it a quick little burnish if you want, just so you can see your score lines. No need for me, though, I know where they are. And it's a shame to even cover this side of the paper, because the pattern is beautiful, but we want a contrasting colour, and we want it down that side as well. So once you've got your first piece in, just follow the bottom line and you will have all your pieces in before you know it. sure you touch the corners though. You don't want them peeling up. And I've normally got a sample, but I thought, why not just get on here and make it with you? I have got so many little boxes that I've made and then done a tutorial. One's a bit skew with. And I don't really need that many boxes. I've got thousands here. So, well, saying thousands. Every box I've ever made is still here, apart from the ones I've gifted out. So if anyone wants any of the little boxes for people that sell jewellery or just want to do little craft fairs, you're more than welcome to have them. I can box them up as long as you're willing to pay P&P to wherever you live. You can more than welcome to have them. More than welcome. So we've got 2 more pieces to go, and then we can move on to the boxes. And I reckon each of those boxes, you know the fun size kiddie bags of sweets, your little bars of Mars bar and Twix and stuff like that, the mini size, fun size bags, you'd probably get 2 or 3, maybe even 4 little bars in each box. I haven't tried it, I don't do chocolate myself. Hubby likes Maltesers. Suppose you can get a couple of fun size bags of Maltesers, add some man papers. Oh, that's a good idea, you know, because he loves his Maltesers. So our last piece is going in. Beautiful. How quick was that? Now we can burn it. And I've got the 300 GSM white cardstock. I love. It's very sturdy, very substantial. And this, can you imagine this with a nice pair of earrings in each one of the little boxes as a gift for Mother's Day even? Maybe some cufflinks and some decent sized hankies. So there is your little wraparound. How beautiful is that, and simple. So we're going to pop that on there. Right, I've got my little boxes. Each one is cut at 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. And we're simply going to score this at 1 3/8 on all 4 sides. And there we go. My little pieces of DSP. These are 2 by 1 1/4. And I'm going to stick them on now as well. Beautiful. Because the purple is on the inside, I'm putting the flower on the inside to go against the purple on the inside of the wrap. Or you could switch it around and have your plain on the outside and patterned on the in. It's entirely up to you. So, love this. I think I'm going to get this one to my mother-in-law. She loves cosmetic jewellery. She loves changing her earrings every day. Bless her. So I'm going to buy some cosmetic jewellery. Fill each little box and wrap it in some gorgeous tissue. And then she's got a little surprise. 4 days. Maybe put 2 pairs in each one. Then she'll have 8 pairs and a spare. She'll have one for every day of the week and a spare. Because we do like to change our minds on a daily basis. So while we're here, just fold and burnish as well. Because it's non-directional paper, I am fine. But if it was, you would point it so your pattern was going upwards. Otherwise, your box would be upside down. I've done that before, especially with love hearts. Bit of a disaster. So I'm going to trim up one side to the score line, and then I'm just going to take a wedge off each corner, and then I'm going to spin it. Cut up to the score line and take a wedge off the side and spin. That way each panel gets adhered down onto the next panel going round. Oops. You can see that, and take a wedge. One more. Oops. and take a wedge. Tuck each flap, ready to go behind itself, and then you can literally just add your glue all the way down to the corners as well, right into the corners and along this back edge, and then you can just fold it round and tuck it up, keeping that edge nice and straight. And then do the next one. Don't worry if a little bit pokes out the back, because you want it to seal the edge, and it dries uber quick. And whilst we need to tuck these in, because otherwise we'll end up pulling on our card otherwise. So add your glue. All the way the back end. And then we can glue this one at the same time, watch. Right the way up to the back there. Right the way to the tips. Tuck that in, and then we can do this side first. Making sure it's right close to the edge there. And then this one, we can just push that into place. You need it right along the edge so it adheres down, and then just pop your bone folder in, and the bottom bits will lie straight flush against the bottom of the box, because you didn't cut anything off the inside, you just cut it on the out, and that way you've got your lovely little box. And each side has got a piece of cardstock so it's sturdy, instead of having two on that side and nothing there. I've done that already to all 4 boxes. So darn cute. Right, we're going to move on to our lid. This is cut at 6 1/8 by 6 1/8. And what you're going to do here, you're going to just pull out a tiny fraction, and I mean a fraction. Score this at 1 and 2, push it in and score at 4 1/4, and I've done something wrong here. I've cut this to 6 1/8. Have I cut that to wrong? Should be 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. It is literally just up to the line, so I am right. So 4 1/4 and 5 1/4. Turn it to one side. Again, pull it out just a little fraction, and score this at 1, 2, 4 1/4 and 5 1/4. Beautiful. It's going to be reinforced and it's going to be lovely. So you can add your DSP now if you want on here, here, here and here, and in the centre. The one in the centre I've cut to 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. And I'm going to have a contrasting lid to my box. So I'm going to have the purple on the outside. And my designer series paper I'm going to have on the outside. Purple as well. So just add them to your inner squares, because this is going to get tucked into there to reinforce the lid. And then we'll do some scoring, we'll do some burnishing and cutting and more gluing then. And the whole time I've done this whilst my scoreboard has been on my desk. Perfect. pile. So I'm going to move the score pile now because we don't need that anymore. And now we're just going to fold and burnish our score lines. And while we're doing it, we are reinforcing the designer series paper, and making sure there's no air bubbles in there. It's going to look so cute when it's all together. Yes, my mother-in-law is going to love this. Just find something they really like. If it's chocolate, add some chocolate. If it's jewellery, add jewellery. So we're going to now, I'm just going to nick a tiny little mitre on that side. And then I'm going to go back to being straight up to that score line. And I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. And then we're going to go down, remove that, and we're just going to give that a little mitre to the corner. I keep missing the corner. There we go. And again, that's going to get folded in to there, and then they're going to get folded up. So there's no need to mitre the two sides because that is going to get tucked over, and we've mitred into that little corner there. So there's no need to mitre that side. So only a mitre the outside. Again, a little tiny mitre there. Remove that. Tiny little mitre there. Just saves you doing it afterwards. Remove that section. And then mitre the outside. There we go. Again, repeat. Just a tiny little mitre. It stops all that bulk in that corner. So, remove that. Mitre in. And cut to the score line. Remove that. You can even take away the score line. And then mitre up to that one. Last but no means least, tiny little mitre. Remove. Tiny little mitre. Let's just remove that. Cut up and then just mitre that side. Perfect. So we can disregard that. So now these are going to get tucked in. Again, one on each side, all the way round, and then we're going to tuck the flaps in. So add your glue right up to the back line there. Make sure you go right at the back. And the last one. So again, fetch up, meet the sides. Just hold it for a second and then fetch your other side up. This side and that side will go down together. And if you've got any excess, just wipe it off. It will dry clear and it will dry non-sticky. This glue does. Tombow I don't think does. So when we tuck all the flaps in now, we're going to be hiding those. So again, just glue inside. And this time when you press that in, use your bone folder and it will adhere both pieces down from the last one. Again, and you're going to hide all those little flaps. So push that in And taking that little bit off on the sides here stops all that huge bulk in the corners, giving you a really nice snug fit. And a very strong lid. And I got all my designer series paper from one sheet of 12 by 12 and about that much spare that I had in my little tub anyway. Every piece. I think I used 2 inches off one side just to cut off about 4 little 1-inch squares. They were 7/8 of an inch. So they're 7/8 by 2 1/8. And the top is 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. Just going to tuck that corner in. Give that a good burnish. And there is that mega strong lid. Beautiful. I loved the one I did with the DSP. All of it was brilliant. But they're a little bit on the flimsy side. But very, very useful little box. So now we're going to take our wrap. Let's just check our lid. It's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but we want it nice and snug. Oops. Whoops. I'm trying to get it all, that's it. Just a tap, there we go. It's snug whilst it's new, but once you've got it on, it's amazing. Lovely. And the tighter the lid, the less likely you've got of this panel, which is going to be at the back, coming off. So, remove my lid. And now we're going to add our boxes. So, I mean, you could have got away with just 3 pieces of DSP. But now we want to stagger these. So I'm going to grab a pencil. You want that right on the line. So I'm just going to lift up and draw my little pencil mark just there so I know where it is. It'll get covered once we glue it down. But you want to make sure it's away from that line. And then our next one, I'm going to give just about 1/8 of an inch gap. So up to the line. And again, just going to check these all the way along that we've got a little bit of a gap. And there we go, we've got the perfect gap in between each one. You could literally just lift up a tiny little fraction. You just got to make sure there is a fraction of a gap. So when they all close, this one's going to get adhered right to the very top edge. Perfect. You can use tear tape. I'm going to use glue because I know how strong it is. Or you could use a combination of both. Let me show you. So, because I've got my pencil marks now, I don't have to worry. So you can literally, well, it doesn't matter which side you put it. Like I say, you don't have to have DSP all round, but it depends on whichever takes your fancy. So I might just add tape to all 4 of the boxes and glue. That way I get a bit of wiggle space as well to make sure I've got everything lined up perfectly. So that will go on there. And if you're covering up your pencil lines, you won't have to rub them out. I wish I had done a sample now, because that way I'm going to go away and make it. Look how strong that is, flipping it. Very strong. do have a little bit of overhang. I'll show you, just tuck it back on itself. This is so strong. This ain't coming off anytime soon. Well, I must have made this box about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I'm going back over a few oldies because they could just need revamping again, maybe in different cardstock, different patterns, different papers. You can have one design, and because we do it with a simple everyday fold over card, we just change the design, we change the DSP, we change the stamp set, and it got a totally different card. So I'm just giving them a quick rub down to adhere them. I know they're sticking. If you don't want to waste that extra little piece of paper, just don't add the third side, the fourth side. So I'm going to take these ones off first. I know it comes off easy peasy. And I'm just going to whack a bit of glue on there. So any side bits tuck in. You don't want them overlapping. This will allow me to wiggle it into the right place. Because the boxes are made with the DSP, we're done with designer series paper, like I'm saying, and folds, lots and lots of folds, no cutting apart from 2 little sections. So let's just check that now. So when we wrap that round, look how flush that is with the bottom of your box, perfect. And that ain't going nowhere. Oof, not a chance. So another piece, little bit of overhang, just pull it back. A little bit of glue. And by marking it like that, you know it's going to go. So make sure the lid are going that way. You're going to sit that right over. And you've got that little bit of a gap there in between. That is well and truly stuck down. And you can keep rolling it if you want. Look how nice and neat they go together. Tiny little gap. I've gone over a little bit there with my on the white, so I'm just going to remove that pencil mark off the white. Whoops. There we go. Just tuck anything out of its way. Bit more glue. Yeah, I was quite honoured when the lovely Dawn Griffiths, and she even did it in her glitter pit, which I thought was very sweet. So just cover the line, keeping yourself in that distance, and there you go again with your gap. Look, beautifully done. Give that a little burnish. In fact, yeah, perfect. Look at that. You could add some decoration to the inside even if you wanted to now. I don't think it needs it. I think the DSP speaks for itself. Last one going in. Perfect. Now this one is going right up, more or less to the very top. So you can check, check and check. They are all in alignment. And then this goes over, and there is your little box done. And then can you imagine the recipient's face when they open it up and see all those little goodies that are filled in there? Just beautiful. Just going to make sure that's well and truly stuck down. They're not going nowhere. Oh, I have got some purple flowers here from the, what is it called? Pop of petals. I got 4 of them and some little silver leaves there. Beautiful. I got some butterflies for decoration. See if there's any purple ones. There's one with purple on. Any of the little ones got purple on? No, they're all blue. Nope. Doesn't matter about the butterflies. I'm going to add some of the flowers though. Ah, I wonder where my gems have gone. So you could actually add a flower and a leaf inside. Just to decorate. Oh, I'm going to do that. I think they're lovely. Because it's going for my mother-in-law. She will love this. Let's go back over. And I've got my little Swiffer cloth. Get any excess glue off there. Beautiful. They're not going to hinder any of the boxes, so this is why I'm doing them flat. Just have a look. Just going to get my cloth, and it will get that glue off when it's completely dry. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. There's still no hindrance because of the decoration. So I'm going to put another one there, and then I'm going to have 1, 2 there as well. I knew these would come in handy. Maybe I'll turn this leaf this way and the flower whoops, this way a little bit. That's smooth as a baby's bottom. So let's get the leaf on first. In fact, I'm going to miss the centre one. I'm going to do these two. Add the decoration. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So this one's going to go roughly in the centre. I'll pop that one like that this time. So I'm just going to get my bone folder, press them down. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Isn't that beautiful? And there we go, it all wraps up. A little bit of a tight squeeze on my lid, but it's worth it. I need to get it on all round together, she says. I'd soon have a little tight squeeze. Let me just pop that on. There we go. A little bit of a tight squeeze, but absolutely fabulous. You can see that it fits beautiful. Maybe pull it out just a tad more, just at the 1 and the 2 score line. I can never seem to get that perfect, but look how sweet that is. Absolutely beautiful. Right, I am going to add that beautiful butterfly to the front of my box. And I'm going to get a label now and some ribbon. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to add that there. Where's my pokey tool? Right there. I've got some little gems here. Just going to add them. All the way down the body. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. Right, I'm just going to put the lid on this for 2 minutes. I'm just going to grab some beautiful ribbon and then I will be back. I've got this gorgeous purple ribbon. I think I may have chopped off a bit too much. Yeah, I have. So again, I'm going to grab the smaller of my tapes because I've got 2 different widths. I'm just going to add, that's the front. So I'm just going to add tape just through the centre on 3 sides, keeping that nice and straight. So if I'm going to peel this off, and I'm going to leave about 6 inches so I can tie a bow. Add that on. Beautiful. And then when it comes to the front, try and keep it straight. And then I can trim off the excess because I've got way too much. A little bit loose now, but there goes the gist of that. And I'm going to trim that off. Tidy up them ends. Oh, what else if I cut that at an angle as well? And if, I suppose, because that's not going to come off, I'm going to just tie that a little bit tighter. If I can. Oh, I'm all fingers and thumbs. That's better. That's a lot tighter. Just scoop that round. That's got it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a glue dot, because it's not coming off the lid. And I'm just going to put that just under the loop there. And there we have it. There is that gorgeous little gift box, treasure box, stepper box. And I'm just going to tidy it up the end, because that was not coming off now, it's been decorated. There we go, and I've still got all that to make a lovely bow for something else. There it is, absolutely beautiful. My gorgeous butterfly. What do you reckon? I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. If I remember, I will put the measurements in the description bar below or on the blog, either way. I'll leave them there for you for a sec. SC is cardstock, DSP obviously, lid, and where to score, but you have to pull it out a fraction. Pull it out about 1/16 of an inch, then score, push it back in, and then score at 4 1/4 and 5 1/4. Turn it round and repeat. Pull it out a bit, 1 and 2, push it back, 4 1/4 and 5 1/4. The cardstock for this is 11 1/4 by 6. You score at 2 1/4, 4 1/2, 6 3/4 and 9. That's 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4 and 2 1/4. That's what your gap will be. Cardstock then for your 4 little boxes are 4 7/8 by 4 7/8, and you just score them at 1 3/8 all round. Your DSP for these, for this, the wrap as I call that, you'll need 10 pieces at 2 by 5 3/4, 5 for the inside and 5 for the out. Don't have to, but I did. And then the DSP for the little boxes, you can either add 16 or 12 if you only want it on 3 sides. 2 by 1 1/4, and that's for the little boxes inside. The DSP then for the lid is 2 1/8 by 2 1/8, and the DSP for the side of the lid are 2 1/8 by 7/8. There you go. And if you've got 11-inch cardstock, either leave off the 5th flap or just wrap it round and have a gap. You know, doesn't matter, it's going to be the back of your box, so you can just have a smaller gap there. So you'd need to cut your designer series paper accordingly though, but that's not coming off. Isn't that beautiful? So there it is. There is my little stepper box tutorial, start to finish. Cutting, well, I've done all the cutting, but the scoring and the gluing and everything, all done for you. Those beautiful little butterflies. And then maybe, oh wait there, let me see if I can, I know, I've got a piece of cardstock here. Let me grab a punch. Let's use the decorative label punch. And let's have a look. We've got the beautiful vase. Celebrate every time. Oh, thanks for understanding. You are loved always. There we go. We'll use that one. So it's easier for, well, I'm going to stamp first. I just grabbed the first stamp set. Because it's photopolymer, you can see right through. Perfect. And just simply punch this out. grab some dimensionals. So if there's any videos you've seen me do in the past that you'd like me to see me do again, but maybe with different designer series paper. There we go. You are loved always. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, she's going to love that, my mother-in-law is. Definitely with her earrings in. She's earrings mad, bless her soul. So that's what she's having for Easter. Oh, I'm just terrible. Watch now. I like to save my designer, my Whisper White, so I hate to see it go to waste. Just a fraction. There we go. I'll put that back in my tub, ready for another label or another sentiment. See, look, I am terrible. There we go. I'll even get a sentiment on there. So there we have it. There's that beautiful box. No sample because we just done it all together at the same time. Like I say, nice, good, sturdy lid. Beautiful. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to press the subscribe button and the little bell. That way you'll be notified of all future videos. I do my best to try and post every single day. Just had a bit of wink of Stella while we're talking. Yeah, we do a premiere every night between 9 and 10, where you can come along, watch the video for the first screening, like a premiere. We all watch it together, and we can even chat in the chat at the side of the bar. So if you want to come along and join in with that as well, get to know everyone. We're all so friendly. We just love our premieres in the night. So don't forget, press the bell, press the subscribe, and get the notifications. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.